It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Cardinals and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air. Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Murray going to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Murray now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Cardinals at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This defense for the Packers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've got a really good performer.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, it's Benson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. They'll go again with Benson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run with Benson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
On play action, it's Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Love looking to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he's got this down to the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. The numbers for him from a week ago, 5 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. There, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd and 9. Now Love. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And his kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play fake. Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Open man here is Benson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Here's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Here's Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Second down and 8. Throwing. Love. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. Still going. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, 54 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A give left side for Benson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they get back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Dancing to his left. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Love now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at the 40. Play fake. Here's Love.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
59 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Love. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, Love.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over here just shy of the 30.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know they're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
In motion left goes a tight end.
A give up the middle with Benson.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
They run over center with Benson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third call. Back now at Lambeau. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 27. Looking to throw. Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Steps away to his hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Packers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Murray changing the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On play action, it's Murray. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
That's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the give, it's Benson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on the first throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Murray on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Kyler Murray, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
A 10-play drive that time.
And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Love looking to throw it. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now Love. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
That's taken in by Watson.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Now 2nd and 4. Now Love. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Love. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And they will score. It's a pick 6 So they were in field goal range, a chance to get this one to OT. Got a little greedy going for the win, cost them the game.
Not just a little greedy, now a little lost because of what ended up happening. Just what you stated there, they're in field goal range. Instead of getting conservative, they decided to press it, maybe try and win it right now. Instead, the whole thing backfired.
The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Here's Love. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Love looking to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He may go. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
To throw now, here's Love. And Watson has it right side. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Love. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 51 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they